Good afternoon, folks. I'd like to welcome you back to another Jewish Redneck Prepper video. Today, this is kind of like a religious video and like a common day, everyday video. Okay, before I get on into the meat of this video, let me give you my disclaimer. Okay, as a conservative, I'm not like all your conservatives. I am a ultra conservative. I am more conservative than other conservatives are. Okay, but when it comes to one living somebody's life, I don't believe the government should be interfering with anybody's life, whether it's on marriage or way somebody's lived their life. I do not believe that the government has a right in a person's personal bedroom, in a person's personal space in their house. Now, when it comes to that same person doing what they do in the house, bring it out into public, then it becomes a public matter, folks. Okay? Now, I don't know if you know this guy here that I'm doing this video on. This guy is Dylan Mulvaney. Okay? You can give him credit at being the downfall of Bud Light and Budweiser or Bushhauser, whatever the beer company's name is, and its downfall of all its other products, and it's losing a lot of stock and a lot of money because of this cat right here. Now, this guy is a male pretending or claiming to be a female through this new generation, what we call the woke generation. Now, like I said, I've got family and friends that are both gay, okay? Does not mean I agree with their lifestyle, but it does not mean that I believe in poking fun of them, okay? They can live their life in however they do. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. What they do behind closed doors is their business, none of my business, okay? And I have that viewpoint on a lot of other viewpoints. This guy wants to dress up like a woman. He's got that right. But how does it come into play when it comes into God? Well, if you're religious, I just might bust your bubble today, okay? Because one thing, just because this guy believes in the way he believes and dresses the way he believes, okay, let me explain something to you first and foremost. I'm not a hypocrite. I don't believe in hypocrisy, and I place that on the high list of other sins, just like I do murder, hatred, adultery. I do not hate this man right here. As a matter of fact, I have love for this guy right here. I have sympathy for him, okay? Because it's clearly, if you see him right here, he suffers with a mental problem. And I wish he'd get the medical help that he deserves, okay? Now, let me explain something to you. That does not mean I agree with his lifestyle. Okay? Now, getting to the religious matter, let me tell you what the Bible has to say about this. Okay? Religiously speaking, in the book of Deuteronomy, either you believe the whole Bible, don't pick and choose in what you believe as you call yourself religious or Christian, you believe in the whole Bible. What does the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5 has to say about this cat or anybody like it? It says the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Oh, do you hear that, people? A woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination to the Lord thy God. Folks, this guy right here, I do feel sorry for him. Because he's one of the highest sinners that there is. Because Moses wrote that he's an abomination of God. Folks, look at him wearing a woman's garment. Putting on makeup, which we of our faith don't believe in the first place even a woman should put on it, much less a man. There's got to be a reason why you put on makeup. Do you hate the way that God created you? Okay? What's the reason you put on it? Are you putting it on to scare people like Indian warriors do? Do you put on makeup to look like a clown in front of your boyfriend or your husband? Folks, women, why do you put on makeup? Okay? The Bible even has to say a lot of things about makeup, if you only read it. Deuteronomy 22:4. Folks, it's abomination for a man to put on a woman's garment, and even so, like manner, it's an abomination for a woman to wear man's clothes. Folks, you go back decades, over a century. Women have been putting on men's clothes. And then trying to hide the fact that they're putting on men's clothes, they call it women's pants. That's right, folks. Women putting on a man's garment and calling it women's clothes. Well, this guy right here, he's putting on a woman's dress, but he's claiming to be a woman. What if he just said he wanted to be a man and wear the dress? Does that now change the garment that he's wearing into a man's dress? Oh, people are going to say, well, what about in Scotland where they wear skirts? That's their culture. So I ask you the question, which one's higher? Man's culture or God's commandments, God's laws? If it's an abomination for a man to put on a woman's garment, so what has that got to tell you about a Scottish kilt? Okay, what has that got to tell you? Culture comes before God. Culture is more powerful than God's commandments. Folks, either one. Okay, I'm going to be a straight shooter here. Okay, I'm not going to straddle the fence on this issue. Do you call yourself Christian? Do you laugh and make fun of this guy wearing these clothes? Let me tell you something. I get a giggle out of watching these transvestites. Are you a religious person? You watch the movie Tyler Perry's Medea? You see this demonic possessed actor dressing up like a woman? How many millions of dollars do you sell his soul in dressing up like a woman? Okay, how about Martin Lawrence, who dresses up like a woman in Big Mama? Okay, what about what's his name that played in Miss Doubtfire? Okay, they dressed up like an old woman to make. Robin Williams is who I'm. My wife just told me it was Robin Williams. Okay, back when I didn't know no better, I thought it was funny. I laughed at ignorance, folks. But God don't think it's so funny. Okay, God used Moses, this prophet, to say it's an abomination to God. Folks, you go to church and go to these millionaire actors dressing up in leather one and thinking it's funny. God don't think it's funny, folks. He thinks it's hypocrisy. Okay. Okay, now here's where I hit home. Okay, I probably lose some subscribers for it. Oh well, you never really liked my videos in the first place, and I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. Okay, I believe in telling you the truth. You call yourself Christian, and you make fun of a person like this. I want to ask you a question: does your wife put on man's pants, or does she wear dresses all the time? Which one is it? Did your wife wear pants? Well, pants are for a man. And if you and your wife both wear pants in the house, you ever heard of the slogan, I wear the pants in the house? If your wife is wearing pants, then folks, then you're not the man of the house. You're not the king of your castle. Your wife is your equal. She's also the king of the castle. The reason for that statement always says the man wears the pants in the house because that means he's the king of the castle. He's the authority of the role. Woman got no business wearing man's clothes. Just like this man got no business wearing a dress according to the Bible, and he's an abomination to God. Any woman that claims to be a Christian and puts on a man's pair of pants and calling them women's pants, not only is she an abomination to God, and she's a hypocrite. And you support your wife wearing pants, and guess what? You're not a Christian, folks. You're a hypocrite. God bless. Enjoy this journey, and shalom.